Okay, a little bit of a review. This is the starter, not quite the unboxing. I managed to purchase from a bike shop at full price, and quite expensive, an LED front light, which looked very similar to this one, very similar indeed, and it was quite expensive. I've just bought this, which is badged at £9.99, but often reduced by a couple of pounds in the Aldi store, and it comes complete with front and rear lights, the connecting things, and the USB charger, because it's complete with lithium ion rechargeable batteries inside. And if it's anything like the previous ones I had, it will be quite bright. I'll charge them up and I'll let you know as time goes on. The other thing I got, there's plenty of bike stuff in Aldi, are the what they call it, lobster claw gloves. In the cold weather that's coming, the most important thing is that your hand and feet are warm and dry, and that can be a challenge. I did get some of the Extreme from Mountain Warehouse gloves intended for skiing. So they were supposedly intended for being high up a mountain in very cold weather for skiing, so should keep your hands warm. After a ride in the rain, they weighed a ton and were sodden, soaked all the way through. I took them back to Mountain Warehouse and they refunded, because the Extreme should not have been like that. So in the rain, the water went straight into it, even though they were designated as Extreme. That's what happens, not waterproof. So finding waterproof gloves is hard. I don't know how waterproof these will be, and these are the extra large. The largest size, it comes from extra small up to extra large. Extra large only just fits my hands, and you know, people with really large hands will struggle because they won't fit. They do have a liner, and they do have thin slate insulation, so they should be warm. The risk is that they might be too warm if you're working hard, but we will see. The final thing I've got is just some pop-up LED lights, complete with batteries, with a sensor on, so they come on automatically at night, but that's for use in the house. Okay, so this is going on the bike bit of my YouTube channels, and I will report back on these. The only problem about doing reviews of Aldi bike kit is by the time you read the review, the chances are that the kit won't actually be in the shop, but it does come round again, it does cycle through, and we might get back to having the kit back in again. But these, in my experience of the one I bought from a professional bike shop, and I can't remember the make now, I'll do that later, was an excellent light, and so I'll see if this is as good for at least half the price, given that you've got two. If you pay the full price, two for £10, I can tell you a single one was in a bike shop was double that. It was about £20. Well, it's now dark and I've had a chance to compare the Aldi bike light with a bike shop more expensive version, and there's no difference. Okay, there's one bike light shining something. There's the other bike light shining a bush, which is not very reflective, so you're not going to get the best thing. But I'm looking at it, you're just seeing the video, and there's no difference in the level of illumination. If I point the thing at the ground, there's no difference between the two bike lights in terms of illumination. Right, so on the left we have something called a moon bike light. This was very reasonable in that it was £20 from a bike shop for a high power white front bike light. Rechargeable, built-in lithium battery, very lightweight, very compact. This, £10 for two, a white front one and a red rear one in this packaging from Aldi. So that means that it's about a quarter the price I paid for this one. So you've got a choice. It doesn't always work out like that. I have some very cheap and not very good bike lights that I bought from Tesco, from Aldi, Lidl, or places like this. But in this case, the BikeMate front and rear LED light set, it's a long thin thing. It says, including rechargeable lithium polymer battery included. The lithium polymer battery is embedded within it. You don't take it out or anything. The only difference between them is that on the, let me turn them off, is the charging socket. So on the one I got from the bike shop a year ago, the charging socket is a standard mini USB. On this one from Aldi, it's micro. Micro is the same size as the USB used on many mobile phones, Samsung mobile phones and things like that. So it means that I can charge this one up with my mobile phone charger, though it does come with a supplied charging lead. And so the only difference is that this one is more convenient for me to charge, because that micro USB is what I use for charging the mobile phone. And it may well be that the current version of this one in the bike shops is it. I'm not saying I've had excellent use from this one. You charge it up from your computer. The lead, USB lead, it's not got a plug on it, it's just designed to plug into any USB socket like a computer, so you can charge it at work by plugging it into your computer. That's very lightweight to carry with you to do the charging from any USB port on any device. And so I liked that one anyway and would give it a rave review. Even at £20, it's a bargain compared to what you pay for some other ones, and given the light output of it. But this one at £10 for two, and basically what you have is a long strip of 2 rows of chip mounted LEDs. So you've got quite a large number, it doesn't focus on it, of LEDs, but which give out a very intense bright light. The only other thing is that after a year or so there is some blooming of the plastic. Well, what I do is I carry the light when it's not attached to the bike in a bag, and it might be that I've got some minor scratching on the surface of the plastic lens. So there we go, the rave review of a low-cost light. I don't always feel able to do that, and in fact I don't review the cheap lights, they're just cheap lights.